I'm Brigham Larson with Brigham Larson Pianos. This is actually the first time I'm touching this piano. It just came in not too long ago. We're going to be starting on it, and so this is our before video to kind of document the condition that it's in. Based on this carving, this piano is almost certainly about 1890 or so, give or take 10-ish years. And also based on a lot of the designs, these legs, there were companies at this time that were doing nothing but piano legs, which I think is really interesting. They were doing specialization, you know, to that extent. They weren't doing legs for tables and chairs, and they weren't doing pianos. They were just doing legs for pianos. And you can see when it's that ornate and beautiful that it would take a whole specialty company to do that. And that's something, frankly, that pianos haven't seen in over 100 years. And actually, since we're talking about that, check out some of these pianos. There's another very intricate, beautiful. What is that? Octagonal, I think. That's an octagonal leg, Promberger, and then the one next to it is a Chrisman. Again, very pretty legs, and we probably have a few others. Anyway, they're all over. So, kind of cool. Somebody started to maybe draw their name, and then their mom caught them. Let's get a shot of those pedals as well. Those pedals are going to be totally transformed. They'll be the same pedals, same physical pedals, but we'll replate them. And we have an in-house plating lab. It's all chemistry, and they are looking. These pedals that we've been doing in the lab are incredible. I think they're the best plating, and I say that truly unbiased. They're incredible. And more damage. Let's check out the keys. Keys are actually, I was expecting worse. They're not great. They're probably a, I don't know, C condition, but I was expecting far worse. They're very yellowed and dirty and chipped. Camp and Company, Chicago and St. Louis. Okay, let's listen to it. Ooh. That is rough. Broken key. And that one even sticks. That is just really rough. It has actually, I mean, it sounds terrible, but it has actually pretty nice projection up there at the top, nicer than most. So that gives me some really good hope on how this piano is going to sound after a full rebuild. We're going to be totally redoing everything. Fortunately, we're going to be doing the plate and the soundboard and bridges and hammers and dampers and strings, tuning pins, keys, all the action, all of this. We've got, yeah, we'll put new hammer butts on there. Okay, so we've got some pretty severe cracks. We'll repair all of that, and got lots of pretty severe cracks on the bridges. Those will all be redone. Yeah, these cracks on the soundboard, and this the soundboard is pretty unusual the way it is perfectly horizontal. Usually it's diagonal in orientation. Came across a really unusual soundboard the other day that these boards weren't continuous; they were glued in the middle. And this is unusual as well. Okay, let's start with, I guess, just the cosmetics. It's beautiful Beautiful piano. I think they're going to really be happy with it. This is an old family heirloom. Most of the restorations that we do, not all of them, a good percentage of them are old family heirlooms going back 2, 3, sometimes 4. We've even done 1 or 2 pianos that are even 6th generation. That's pretty rare, but it's happened. Cosmetically, this piano turned out great. It was black originally, and they made refinished great. We've got this material in here. It's a very soft, silky. I mean, it feels like a silk pillow in there. That was a replacement of what was there before. What was there before was just totally torn and in terrible condition, as you would imagine for being 140 years old. Pedals are original, and so is this little trim piece here. We replated that here. We've got a replating shop where all that is done. My brilliant chemical engineer son has engineered all that chemistry, and same with these other hinges and hardware. It looks great. Then on the inside, it's a complete rebuild. Let's see how nice that looks. The plate was refinished, and then we've got new strings on there, new tuning pins, new dampers, new hammers, new shanks, new hammer butts. Turned out really, really nice. You can kind of see it. We've got new bridge caps on that bridge. If you look carefully, you can see the seam on there where the original bridge root meets the new bridge cap. That's pretty common for a piano this old, that we'll end up redoing the entire bridge cap. Same with the bass bridge there. You can see it pretty clearly right here where you've got a new bridge cap, and this is called the bass apron. That's new, and then there again, it's pretty easy to see right there, that seam on the new, and then that little mini bridge for scaling purposes design. It turned out great. They had us keep the original ivory. We've got huge stores of old ivory, and I don't recall if we ended up replacing any of these. I think not, because they just wanted us to keep the original ivory. That's fairly common. I don't know if it's half, but somewhere in that vicinity, half of our clients that they want the original ivory that Grandma played on. So rich. Sounds so good. I was just listening to some Taylor Swift that my wife sent me. Love her. And that's, so I don't know, just kind of messing around with Taylor Swift's chords there. And it works really well. It feels really nice. It sounds amazing. I get the occasional, less so now because I've been doing this for so long. I've been doing this on literally thousands of pianos, this full rebuild. But it's not uncommon that I have somebody, do these pianos really sound good? And the answer is absolutely yes. People are skeptical for obvious reasons. These old pianos, when they're straight out of someone's living room, they sound awful. They play awful. They smell bad. They're filthy. But when they're rebuilt, they're fantastic instruments.